What's up, everyone? Nameco here, Dustin there. Week 7 upon us, which is crazy because we're halfway to week 1 of the playoffs. Because your playoffs should start week 14 and end week 16, not week 17. If you're waiting to week 17, you're commissioned an idiot. Never do that again. Dustin, tell them about DraftKings.
There you go. Get into DraftKings, sign up using the promo code FST. Use the link in the card or in the description. Deposit $5 more, and do this during the month of October. You still got about a week left. You get a Smack Talk shirt, and DraftKings will give you entry into a free cash game. And one quick shout out to our friend David from New York.
What up, David?
We sent him a shirt. He sent us back an email. Wanted us to give him a shout out. He included a picture of his trophy that he won last year and attributed us to helping him win the trophy and wanted to thank him. And
Solid
we wanted
citizen.
to give him a shout out for that because the email brought a smile to our face. So thank you, Mr. David.
Congrats on winning the league, my friend. All right, normally start with a tip and then we go into forum questions, but we're lumping tip forum all together. So let's just start with the forum question, which will lead to the tip. Kegs80 wants to know, should I trade Lacy and get a guy back like your boy, Dion Lewis?
My boy, Dion Lewis. So we got a lot of questions about Lacy going on right now. What do you do with him? What do you do? It's really tough. I mean, because yes, you can look at it. He had the same slow start last year and then got things going. You know, when the games get colder, they want to pound the ball a little bit more. A guy like Lacy is your best friend, but Starks has looked pretty good. I mean, if you can't get Starks, like if someone else already picked up Starks and you don't have him, I don't mind.
As a Lacy owner, you're saying?
As a Lacy owner, I don't mind getting that type of value for him. I mean, Dion Lewis is a little sketchy as well. Just Patriots running back, we saw what he did week 6. He wasn't all that good. But if you can get that type of value for it, I think I would cut ties. But you're only selling him if you're getting at least top, like an Ingram, like
a solid RB2 at least.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a
solid
Jonathan Stewart or anything like that. You got to be getting a solid guy. But I don't mind trading him right now if you can get the right.
So like a Forte, no-brainer, obviously.
That's
stuff
no
like
brainer.
that.
Yeah, it's tough. I have him in one league. It's tough.
Yeah, I think Starks could. I mean, they said, look, going into this, they said Starks been awesome in practice and been looking great all year. So, I mean, if he gives them the better chance to win.
It's a timeshare at the best.
All right, give me a question.
Bunzo1012, flex spot, kind of tricky. Martavis Bryant at Kansas City, Kelsey versus Pitt in the same game, or Jonathan Stewart versus Philly. Who you going with?
I mean, this is tough, and I was going to say in a standard I'd go Stewart, and I was going to go another way for PPR, but I'd like Jonathan Stewart's touch. He got 20 last week, he looked pretty good, and, you know, he's always hovering right around 15 carries a game at least, and, you know, a couple targets here or there, so whenever it's close, if you ever go into the forums, you'll see what I say. I said when it's close, Ty always goes to the running back, they have more chance to fall in the end zone. It's close. Ty goes running back, and go Jonathan Stewart. All right, Dustin, oh my goodness. And orderless. As a flex question, I said that's so wrong, but nobody knows. Wants to know, should he or she or it going with Christine Michael at the Giants or West versus Pittsburgh? Freaking West, man.
First of all, I hope you're not an it. I hope you are a he or she. But this one is tricky, mainly because we have no idea what's going to happen with Michael. But you can kind of say the same thing about West in terms of just who's going to get the touches out there. You have to be excited about what Michael might be able to do. I mean, he is a freak. He's a good runner. I mean, he kind of reminds me of his running style a little bit to Peterson. I mean, he's just a powerful, powerful runner that can hit the hole hard. He's way more exciting. That's who I'm saying. I mean, unless the reports are that Randall's going to start and get a majority of the touches.
Okay, I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. Quit stealing everything, young man.
Sorry. Let's get into those duds.
And I will start.
There you go.
So my dud is going to be the New England Patriots against the Jets. This ain't the Jets from a year or two ago. Like, they scored points. Fitzpatrick's been looking good. Brandon Marshall is very, very solid. Ivory can run the ball. I think this is actually going to be a high-scoring game, and Vegas kind of agrees with me. So just buyer beware, be careful with New England. All right, my sleeper is going to be Lamar Miller against Houston. I actually saw him get dropped in a couple leagues. I was helping my brother out. He was dropped, and I was like, dude, you got to scoop him. It's always been Miller. Why is he getting the touches? He finally got the touches last week because, you know, Philman was gone. got the new coach, so he got the touches, looked good. I think that continues into this week. Now, I don't think he's going to be like a lock RB1 or anything, but I think he's going to get the touches, look good. And my deep sleeper is Michael, Dallas Cowboys against that New York Giants. Now, their run defense is actually kind of decent, but the reason they're saying Michael's, like they're doing all these changes and they like Michael going forward, is the fact that Randall was getting tackled, like he was getting his yards because of the line, right? And he wasn't getting anything additional, where actually I think Michael's got a chance to do that. So if you hear he's starting, I think he's going to be a sneaky, sneaky play. Ooh, DraftKings preview is only $3,000. Love that.
That is interesting.
It's a good deal.
My dud, sticking with that Cowboys thing, Joseph Randall. I just think if you can stay away from him this week and you have another decent option, you do it. It's just too scary. And he hasn't been that bad in terms of fantasy points. He's had some decent games, but it just really looks like Dallas wants to make a change.
Switch it up.
So I'm staying away from him if I can. My sleeper is Willie Snead going up against Indy. You know, I think game flow really hurt him last week in the Atlanta game. You know, I think that was... They were supposed to be playing from behind, but they weren't, so they didn't have to throw as much. We'll see what happens with the Indy game, but I think, you know, there's a chance that that game is at least close enough to where they're having to throw the whole game, and I think Snead is really carved a nice big chunk into that offense. It seems like Drew Brees really
Do you
likes that
consider
guy.
him the number one over Cooks? Who would you rather have?
PPR, I think I'd rather have Snead. I mean, he's getting targets.
He is?
He's getting targets.
I think Cooks only had 5 last week.
And then my deep sleeper is Landry Jones at Kansas City. I mean, if you're in a really deep league and maybe you got Rodgers on a bye and, you know, or any type of 2-quarterback league, KC's not that good against the pass. And I think he will make some mistakes. KC's going to get some pressure on him. It's in Kansas City. They're probably going to play from behind that field. I mean, I think he's a decent. He looked pretty good too, week 6.
They did.
I think he's a decent play this week. I don't love him, but again, deeper leagues, I think there's some upside there.
All right, going for Michael now. His dud is going to be Melvin Gordon versus Oakland. And Gordon is fumbling, man.
Almost.
I don't know what's up. They get Matthews when he was a rookie. He had fumbling issues. They get Gordon as a rookie. Now he's having fumbling issues. Poor San Diego fan. Just go with Dustin's boy Woodhead. Why are you drafting running
Danny
backs?
boy.
So, fumbling issue makes him the dud. Then his sleeper is going to be Crowder, Washington Redskins against Tampa Bay. It doesn't look like Deshaun's going to play. It does look like Reed's going to be back, but he's carved out a nice little niche for himself, especially in a PPR. He's been getting a lot of targets. All right, and his deep sleeper is Robert Woods versus Jacksonville. He's had at least 5 targets in 3 of his last 4 games, and he should see a big boost if Watkins is out, and Watkins is listed as doubtful, and there's issues with Percy Harvin too, so, a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I think that Watkins touchdown really summed up his season so
Oh,
far.
God. Touchdown and Dunzo.
Catches a touchdown and hurts his ankle. So that's it, week 7. Name come right here on Dustin. Subscribe
Hit the button.
to our channel. And if you got questions, post them in the forums. And sign up for DraftKings so we can send you a shirt. You got a week left. It'd be a nice Halloween present for you. I get to throw it.
Ooh, what do you want, Dustin? I'm not going to be here next week. What do you want him to dress up for on the Halloween show?
Ooh, I want that.
What do you want him to dress up as? I
So
want to
my
know.
Pop-Tart costume.
No, don't do the Pop-Tart. That was stupid. I don't know why I like that so much. What do you want him to be? And you want Michael to make an appearance? Please say yes so Michael comes. I'd like that.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Aruba! And I'm going to bet on NBA basketball. Excited about that.
That is